So touching base back on Robert T. Hood, his name is Tevin Hood, reminds me of Ace Hood, who Haitian ancestry, and 5'11", 11'5". So I talk about Lucy being the Black Widow, the spider. So Saint Sophia was also a widow who had faith, hope, and charity, or love, 3 daughters in her life, and she got taken out by Hadrian because she believed in Jesus and wouldn't denounce him. So technically, they took out her 3 daughters, and in a very horrible way, and then she basically passed away at the grave, supposedly, but I'm pretty sure they took her out as well. So Pisces Sophia, Saint Sophia, Sophia the robot, all this harvesting the same energy. So Ace Hood is like the hood. The widow's peak is based off like the hood, and that's what the widows would wear when their people would die. So Faith, Hope, and Charity, one of the feast days is 8/1, like Jeffrey F.D. passing away on 8/10. The other feast day would be like May 23rd, which came up a lot in this decode for charity, so May 23rd. Then another feast day for charisma, April 16th. So these are different saints with different like birthdays that come up and feast days that come up that are connected to this December 2nd birthday. So when you see like these dates come up, just know they're part of this wisdom Gnostic text. This is Hadrian, born 124. 124 came up because Sharon Stone, who got taken out when she was pregnant, who's married to Polanski, who had the movie Rosemary's Baby. So Hadrian is the person that took out Saint Sophia's children, and then she passed away. So when you see these numbers, it's part of that energy trying to look for the Gnostics. Because Pisces Sophia met Jesus in the spiritual realm. There's a whole story with the Gnosticism. So look up Pisces Sophia if you're born December 2nd, because it links to this. So definitely go into Tevin Hood, the Love and Hip Hop Association with him passing away, and Kirk and Rashida, because their daughter was dating him, and supposedly the daughter's brother, which is, Love and Hip Hop's Kirk and Rashida's son, is a suspect, according to the media. But Fiona Apple, think about the apple, the Adam's apple, the man, Adam, Eve, and Lilith, and the genetic code we talked about earlier in Lemuria. So Fiona Apple, born the same day as Tyler Perry. We talk about B613 from Scandal, Olivia Pope, Pope's Creek, Washington, Cincinnati. We already talked about this. This is part 17 of the decode. I'm finishing up the decode. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back and watch the other 17 parts. Fiona Apple McAfee Maggart. That's her full name, Fiona Apple. So Medea goes to jail. Remember I told you the Rihanna connection. Rihanna's birthday is February 20th. Fenty Savage, Papa Smurf, the Pope. So John McAfee, he created a computer program, the McAfee virus. He passes away in a very crazy way, and so he's a computer programmer. He also could build a backdoor to an Apple phone to get into it. So that's a whole thing with the Apple and John McAfee. So if you're born December 2nd, again, look up these codes because they're part of the code. I didn't want to make a million more videos, so I'm just going to let you guys dive into your own birthday. I gave you enough to get into the realm. So you have the woman in red. She's from The Matrix. Her name is also Fiona, like Fiona Johnson. Like Fiona Apple, she's wearing a red dress with the green background, red and green apples, right? Green eyes, red hair. The energy of like Mayday, the earth sign, the Tauruses. So Loki, go watch Loki. It talks about, changing the time variance. He has, Jonathan Majors, born September 7th, which is another feast day for the charity, the saints, the Gnostic Sophia, Pisces Sophia, September 7th, which is Queen Elizabeth I's day she passed away. And Queen Elizabeth I had red hair. She's played by Margot Robbie. So that red hair energy. Queen Elizabeth II passed away September 8th. So they're back-to-back queens that go into spiritual realm. And they link back to April 16th, which is say Selena Quintanilla would be the Little Mermaid, one of them. And then the Ursula would be like the queens of England because they want to keep the parent company that they have over America owing them money. Like they left, but they never really left. We had Independence Day, but somehow they still hold on spiritually to the energy in America. Like America Ferrera being with Margot Robbie in the Barbie movie, the Barbie doll, the Annabelle doll, the Pricks and the Needles, the Voodoo doll. There's an energetic field that they try to control, and it's like that's where the battle is like energetic fields, and a lot of it is based on your birthday. So there was a guy in Fort Hood, which we talked about. Fort Hood, the Widow's Peak, the Hood. Fort Hood is an energetic field. Fort Campbell is an energetic field. Fort Sill, an energetic field. So this guy on my right took out Vanessa Guillen, Fort Hood. This guy on my left didn't take anybody out, but injured a lot of people in Fort Stewart, in Georgia, and Savannah. But they look similar, like it looks like an inverted version of each other, which means there's a spirit on the other side that is used to mount these spirits, these people. So we talked about like War of the World and, time traveling and just a lot of things. Just know when you're watching movies, his name being Radford, and this War of the World movie coming out around the same time, Radford, Cornelius, Soul Train being canceled, who hosted Soul Train? Cornelius. So just pay attention. Sophia Stewart, The Matrix, The Terminator. So I'm just going to work on finishing your birthday decode. But again, who was born, who passed away on your birthday are important portals to your birthday. Like I said, December 18th, Joe Biden's wife and his 1-year-old passed away. Billie Eilish, Blue Eyes, The Pirates of the Caribbean. Just think about the TV show Chaos, Amisha Butler, and Mary Todd Lincoln. December 13th is Jamie Foxx Twitch Boss Portal. So Mary Todd Lincoln, Sweeney Todd. That goes with Johnny Depp that we talked about earlier. So Lucy Graybird, Zeb Vance, like J.D. Vance, May 13th, The Ritual, Lemuria, same thing. So December 18th, Billie Eilish, Baird, Pirate, Bill Gates, the time traveling, Bill Gates, Jeffrey Epstein. So J.D. Vance, May 13th, like May 3rd. Lucy Graybird, the actress, birthday is May 3rd. Hunger Games. When I think about Pirates of the Caribbean, I think about Top Supermarket, which got taken out May 14th. If you don't know about Tops, go back, because TikTok don't like when I talk about things like Top Supermarket, where the guy goes in and takes out some melanated people. Well, Harold Stanley from Morgan Stanley passed away May 14th. He's associated with Tops Supermarket. Think about Marilyn Monroe being in Niagara Falls movie, and Marilyn Monroe reminding me about energy from Britney Spears. A lot of times these companies, Morgan Stanley, like you could feel the energy. Stanley is the name of Merlin Santana, who played Stanley in The Cosby Show, who passed away in a very tragic way. So look up Merlin Santana and then think about his name being Stanley. So they're in spiritual realm, it's like a code, and they just keep trying to get the ones that are the spiritual leaders or the people who are going to bring change and peace and quiet and heaven on earth, because their heaven can't exist if our heaven exists. Like, who's going to do all the work for them if we're all having heaven where we're doing careers and lives we love and not just working at a pointless place for money because we keep going to work just to pay bills every 30 days and we never get a break. So when you're going into your birthday decode, you want to make connections, like October 2nd, Nat Turner's birthday. So we're talking about Nat Turner / the Django. So May 14th, he passes away. The Tops Supermarket situation happens on May 14th. See the connections. Tops associated with Morgan Stanley. Niagara Falls movie associated with Marilyn Monroe, which goes into Dennis, like St. Dennis the Menace, Denise Huxtable, Brave New World, so all the things we've been talking about, these are the connections. So go watch the TV show Chaos on Netflix, because it'll tell you a lot about what happens when the gods start to lose power, and then the real gods are like, no, we're here. Like the real people are like, nah, y'all controlling everything. We need peace and quiet. This is like a revolution. So Aldous Huxley and L. Huxley music, like the Huxtables, 1122. We talked about Lucy, Scarlett Johansson, 1122 birthday. Like the Huxtables, A Brave New World by Huxley, Captain America, A Brave New World. They telling each other what's going on. So you guys need to catch up as well. And they don't have to tell each other. They really have to tell each other. No, they don't. They just don't have to tell us anything. We need to figure it out so we can make it. So whenever you watch shows, start to connect the pieces because they're connected. The more pieces you connect, the further you will get, the closer to the heaven and future on earth. My birthday also connects to Sid Vicious and his girlfriend Nancy Laura Spungen, because February 27, 227, 7222. My birthday is 227. The Lazarus Effect, the movie. Orpheus, The Dreams,